If the beat were a pickup truck, he's like hanging out the like trailer, just like.
Yep.
But he's still on the truck.
So today we are reacting to a BTS member. So BTS has been releasing solo tracks as teaser for their comeback. So J-Hope the rapper had an intro single to their Wings album, and then Jimin had an intro single for their Love Yourself album. Then Jungkook had kind of a single for a concept sum up video thing, and then now we have Taehyung or V for their next concept. So the lyrics for this song were written by Rapmon, and the song was produced by Charlie J. Perry. And this one, there are a bunch of fan theories going around talking about maybe this video being related to Ophelia, Phantom of the Opera, or Narcissus. And Korean fans think that the whole message of the song was about two conflicting egos within yourself, one being the facade, which is how we desire ourselves to be presented on the outside, like a mask, or the other one being your real self who is struggling and drowning in a lake to show itself. A layer of thick ice on the lake is preventing the real self to be revealed, but when spring comes, the song is saying that the ice will melt you and you'll be able to accept yourself within time. And that BTS is trying to promote the idea of loving yourself, and so fans believe that this is the perfect concept for learning to love yourself.
That's awesome. 3, 2, 1. OMG, it's BTS because they have this opener.
Oh yeah, this is the BTS opener.
It is.
I miss seeing that all the time, the boink.
Very breathy.
Whoa.
What the
Oh, you think he's holding hands with someone and someone stroking him, but it's just himself. Oh, and that voice.
This is very like slow, smooth R&B kind of.
I like that dancing.
It's like soul, but not.
Oh my god, this is actually incredible. Hold on a minute. This is like blowing my mind right now.
Oh yeah, I like that. It's like so far back on the beat. Like
Yeah.
if the beat were a pickup truck, he's like hanging out the like trailer, just like.
Yep.
But he's still on the truck.
He kind of sounds like The Weeknd. Has Weeknd vibes, like the ballady, echoey resonance of the voice. Ooh.
Whoa, the way the bass just reflected what was going on.
This is, the other one we listened to was harmonically minimalist. This one is rhythmically minimalist.
Nothing like a well-placed major 7 chord.
Not vibrato. Yeah. What a mood. It's a mood piece.
This is really cool. The dancing is so cool because it's like a little more active than the vocal line and like what's actually going on. It's like really fun to watch.
The visuals are awesome.
Looks like modern dance more.
Yeah.
I think that's why. It's the speed of it.
I like that so many of the movements are so sharp and nothing about the music is sharp. It all sounds like it's underwater, drowning in reverb. None of the moves are angular, all round edges, and yet the choreography is just not that way.
The things they do to make Picardy Third sound special. This one they add the wah 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 only on the Picardy Third. Like it's a momentous event.
Like this is in like a very slow 3 and sometimes there's only a sound on the downbeat.
Ooh. His thick was so his voice was so resonant and thick. What?
His thick was
Like
so
down there,
voice
like-
resonant.
It's like super laid back, but their movements aren't. Oh, it's the conflicting thing maybe between like what you're want to look like and what you actually are. Maybe that's what that was. Like he's trying to act all cool, but in the inside he's like,
Yeah,
That's really effective.
again with the sharp images.
Such good lighting. Oh my god.
Wow, Oh my god. This is incredible.
That was interesting.
I'm trying to like form my thoughts. I think it's interesting that you mentioned like Ophelia and Narcissus and like referencing all of these, you know, characters that are supposed to teach us messages and stuff like that. But like the interesting like comparison of Ophelia who drowns herself in a river for the love of somebody else versus Narcissus that's so in love with himself that he can't stop staring at his own reflection. And so it's just weird to have that comparison in one.
Are you leaning towards a specific theory?
I don't know, because I don't get that the message of the song is narcissism, because Narcissus is more about, like, hey, you know, like, you can't fall in love with yourself, that's kind of ridiculous. But, like, you can love yourself, so I'm so confused, because both of them are not a message of loving yourself, they're kind of warnings, like, you shouldn't fall, like, head over heels for the wrong person and think that they're the only thing for you, but, like, also don't fall in love with yourself to the point that it's like two extremes of love, but they're totally on opposite ends of the spectrum, because one is completely forgetting about yourself and another is just thinking about yourself. And it seems like the message of the song is like, find the happy medium. And it's just like weird to have those two conflicting messages in the same thing.
Other than the concept, what do you think about the music and how it went with the visuals and maybe the atmosphere they're trying to create with the sounds?
The backgrounds being so simple, but like and spaced out. Everything
Yeah.
was very spaced out and just relaxed, and they were just.
It was
like,
about the voice.
Yeah.
So sensual.
and
because
his voice was so
voiceless.
smooth and like just.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you talked a lot about how you felt like the choreography was moving much faster. Do you think it supported the music, brought out maybe?
Oh yeah,
I think it
thought
definitely
it
did.
did. It like made it about the mood of the music. It wasn't like really about like what exact motions they were doing. It was like
Yeah.
it was like the flow of it, and whenever they had the props and the masks like moving around, it was
Yeah,
just
it
so cool.
reflected it.
I thought that they were setting up a pretty clear contrast between their movements and what was actually like happening orally. And I know like a lot of music videos like aren't really supposed to kind of portray like a live performance, but like it was just very stark because like he was like kind of lightly singing with like a lot of air in his voice, but he was like doing all these like really complicated fast movements in the dances. And so it's just like it was like, man, like your first thought is like, how does he sound like that while he's moving so fast? And then you realize, like, you know, very quickly, obviously, it's like, oh, you know, they're totally different worlds, you know? Like, I mean, just because also how, like, slow the music was going, it was, I mean,
Everything sat on the back of the beat.
yeah, and the movements were so, like, fast.
But it wasn't all the time that they were like double timing for the dance aspect. There's times where they definitely moved to fill the space between like the bigger beats rather than moving faster. So it was just, again, another interesting mix of two opposites coming together.
I really like it. Oh man, the way it ends, it does not ruin the ethos of the song.
Yeah, like the chorus, like it would just pick up a little bit and just like hit you with a really heavy bass to would accentuate that this is the chorus, but then it just still go into that really smooth, like for some reason I couldn't get a sense of like anything, like the form of the song, unless there was a good downbeat to illustrate that this is it. And then, yeah, it's because of the way it just continuously flows and it just keeps going.
This is the least radio-friendly song I've heard, just in terms of mixing, and that gives me a lot of faith, especially because one of the biggest things I dislike about a lot of BTS songs is their sound is just so radio-friendly. Everything's always popping out at you. Even for a song like I Need You, it's catchy, it's great, but everything just is straight up in your face, and I feel like there could be more nuance. And then out comes this. I'm like, guys, solo is where life is. If you could put this in your group, you know, the BTS could really musically live up to their status.
Okay. Everything about BTS is so concept driven, and I am a bitch for concept driven music. Like, it's just true. It didn't really come across when we were reacting to the Wings thing with BTS, but like, concept music, this just feels like it's so much about something, and yet it's like a fragment. You feel like you understand so much, but the thing that you understand is that you want to know more. Ah, that's so smart. I also liked that it never got too dynamically huge. It's very clear that that was an intentional decision. It didn't feel rushed in any way. It super took its time. It left so much space for you to understand what was going on. Oh my God, it was genius construction. It was really excellent.
It was rhythmically very simple, so you were just like waiting there on the edge of your seat for the chord to change, which was really cool. It kind of felt like I was floating the whole time, which is especially with the visuals, with the very, very colorful lighting, but very stark lines in the video, and the close-ups of like ice and ripples on water. Like, it was definitely an aesthetic they were going for, and musically they really made it work. And I really appreciated how all of the like, you know, quick changes in the music and the harmony, like they reflected that in the video. That's my shit.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel if you're new. I'm the channel runner and producer of this series. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're curious to see what else we're going to react to in the future, go ahead and check the description for a bunch of links that I have to playlists and schedules. Also, please check our Patreon if you want to support us. Patrons get access to unedited, full-length reaction videos, access to exclusive content, as well as early access to all the videos posted on here, and more. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.